Got everybody? Grab a seat. First of all, I'd like to welcome everyone to the first meeting of 22. It's good to see a good crowd. That makes us very happy. We need to start the meeting off, as always, with a pledge of allegiance to the flag. I just want to update everybody on 21 and looking forward to 22 as I see it as president. Last year was a challenge for our club. With covert shop closings, decreased members in the shop, it was a tough year. However, as John will show you in the finances, we've done real well. However, the board was able to keep things going and the shop maintained and everything in working order. And I do thank the board and those members who helped out doing that. Last year we ordered and put into service 6 new 14-inch saws and 3 new 16-inch saws. So we have plenty of saws, and we haven't so far had much of a backup, if any, in the saw room, which is a good thing. We have ordered 3 new grinders. As soon as they come in, we'll put them in service. A new stone top has been installed for them. That's in the back over there. We installed all new lights over top of all the saws and grinders, so it's better to see. The old ones wouldn't stay in place and were all over the place. These new ones stay in place and give us nice light. We had some problems with a water leak in the saw room, which has now been fixed. So that's good. We had to close the saw room for a couple of days. The shows have been good. I will ask Tom to give us a rundown of the shows past and futures.
There's 20 Toms in here, so I'm not sure. Yeah, so a little update on the flag show. We ended up doing making about $1,300, which is better than the last 2 before that. So it was time well spent. Just another little update on the fall show, made about $5,700. So these shows are worthwhile, are critical for the financial well-being of the club, which brings us to the spring show. March 5th and 6th, Saturday and Sunday. March 4th, we will set up at 4 o'clock at Skyline High School. It's going to be in the gymnasium again. Got all the sign-up sheets for all the different booths that we operate. I will say at the flag show, we had way more volunteers than we actually needed, which made it kind of nice. Because then everybody could kind of wander around and take their time. Nobody was overworked. That wasn't the case at our fall show. Fall show, we were at some point had only one person manning some of these booths all day, and that's not only taxing on that person, but it really isn't fair to some of the members that are constantly all day. We're not asking anybody to do that. We're asking for a 3-hour commitment, or 2-hour commitment, depending on what day. In one of the booths, it is so important that we get everybody to participate in this volunteer organization, because it makes it so much more enjoyable if you're not the only person trying to do 2 or 3 at a time. Please take a moment, sign up before you leave tonight. If you can, or if you know somebody that can't sign up, I'm going to send a message out. They can call me, and I'll give my number and email address, and I'll be more than happy to sign them up. We have some flyers and some posters. If you would, take a look, grab a poster. If you could bring it back to, if you live in a neighborhood where there's community center or whatever, you can put it up. and grab as many flyers as you think they may, you can leave for them to distribute in the community. The only other thing, we have a couple of little oddball jobs that I will send a message out. One is going around to the communities in the area and leaving posters and flyers. I personally enjoy this. It's a lot of fun, a lot of cool places. You get a chance to see, and a lot of really nice communities here. Takes about 2 hours out of one day to get this accomplished. So I'll be sending a message out about that. And then the other thing would be to, the day before show, on March 4th, help put out signs on the streets. Say, okay, go up and down, Prisman and signs on the corners. Very simple to do, signs aren't heavy, and then we'll pick them up after the show. Anything else?
Thank you, Tom.
Okay.
Okay. Something I slipped in here. We now have a mailbox outside. We had, for whatever reason, the post office stopped taking mail in our post office box. And it created quite a problem because mail was being sent back, whatever, but after I talked to him 3 times, Jerry, how many times you talked to him?
At least 5.
Okay. We finally convinced them that we needed a mailbox outside. So it's actually on Ocatella. They would not let us put it out here. Whatever boxes are out there have been grandfathered in, and no more mailboxes can be put on Superstition. But it's on the side. We've already received some mail in there, so that's great. Okay. Now I'd like John Kupot to talk a little bit about our finances.
All right, so being shut down the first quarter of the year, things slowly ramped up. We ended the year $1,217.10 in the red. 300 of that is the petty cash systems I instituted because of the change shortage and a couple other things. So basically over the course of the year, we lost $900. As Tom said, as John has said, as everyone says, the shows really are the way we raise revenue to keep this place running so cheaply. If we had had last year's spring show, we probably would have ended the year closer to $8,000 or $9,000 in the black. But flag show, we earned exactly $1,298. And currently in our bank account, there is $28,090.63 in the checking, and $50,000 or $50,002.53 in the savings accounts, for a total of $78,093.16. Anybody have any questions? No? All right, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you. And, just, it sounds we're in the red. Remember, we didn't have a major show. I think we were down for 3 months. We did real well. And like I say, that's a thanks to the people who are here, the board, keeping it going. And we still bought saws, bought lights, and I think we're doing very well when we're sitting with over $70,000 in the bank. We're healthy. We own the property. We own now everything we have. So I'm grateful for those numbers. I hope you are. Looking forward to 22, I have some projects and purchases that I'd like to see as president. They all have to be approved by the board. Just because I want them doesn't mean I get them. Okay, first is we're going to institute silversmithing. Okay, that's real. It'll be starting in the very near future, and what I'd like to do is introduce Terry Ritter, who is the chairperson for silversmithing. Sorry?
Hi. I don't like to talk in front of people. I'm really excited. I'm a silversmith and a goldsmith, and I just see a big opportunity here. What do lapidarists like to do? Like to make cabs. Where do we like our cabs shown? In jewelry. So we're excited. I think within the next 4 weeks we'll be up and active. It's going to be archaic, I will tell you. It's not going to be sophisticated. We want to see it get traction. We want to see the interest. We want to see people. What I need immediately, though, is 10 people that are experienced metalsmiths, silversmiths, goldsmiths. If they could leave me their names tonight, because I want to take those 10 people and work with them for the first 2 to 3 weeks in the system to make sure the flow's right. And then from there, we'll get experienced monitors. We'll initially be open Mondays and Wednesdays. There will be an additional fee to be a silversmith, to work in a silversmith workshop, an annual fee of $35, and then it'll be $3 an hour, plus your consumables. We'll have consumables for sale, such as solder. We will not carry silver or copper. You'll have to buy those from a supplier, and I have the names of those. But Vicki is going to help me with this endeavor, and we look forward to it. We're really, really excited, and I hope that this is going to be a big benefit for the membership here. So, thank you.
I thank Terry and Vicki, who both have stepped up very heavily to get this rolling. We do think that it's going to be successful for the club. We've already started making the places out there for them to work. We've run the water, we know where we can get the electric. We've got a lot of equipment that was already here, and they're taking care of the rest. So I'm excited about it as far as being the president. Okay, I'd also like to see the club purchase approximately 30 new chairs with cushions. It's not approved, but I would like to see that for our meetings. Look at all the people here. Those chairs are hard, they're old. There's some of them that are so good, but there's a lot of them that we probably need to dispose of. I'd like to see us also purchase new countertops at the very back of the shop. The ones that we have in there right now are starting to go. Water is getting into them. They're waterlogged. If you grab the edges back there, you can see how they're coming apart. We need to do something different, whether we do rock like we've done over here or a Corian-like product that we've done over here. We need to put in something that is waterproof, because water is all over. I keep telling everybody when I do orientation, when you polish and grind, you will get wet. We do have aprons that are free for the members to put on. They're one-use aprons, just throw them away after you're done with them, okay? The other thing that I want to bring up is keeping the shop clean. We've hired Dominic, who is one of our monitors. He's been doing a bang-up job keeping the shop clean. In fact, he's doing more than we asked him to do. But he comes in once a week, he sweeps the floor, mops it, and cleans the bathroom. That's really what we look at for him to do to keep the shop clean. To that end, we ask all members to help keep the shop clean. Clean the machine after you use it. This means if you're using a grinder or polisher back there, get the sponge in a bucket and remove the water. Make sure your water's turned off. Make sure this machine is clean before you leave it. If you're working in the saw room, remove any grit and oil from the machines, and they don't have to be sparkling perfect. Ask the monitor if you're questioned. We just want to have it clean enough that the next person who uses it has a reasonably good, clean machine to work with. We're going to be painting the floor again. We have several spots that are worn. We're going to do that the 29th after our monitors meeting. Jerry will talk about that. In fact, Jerry, you want to come up and talk about the monitors right now? Why not? I didn't have you next, but that's all right. Jerry's the vice president, so he gets to speak.
But we can always use monitors. The one privilege monitors have is that they can come in anytime they want. They could come in 12 o'clock tonight. They'd have the key and the combination to the alarm system. But we do ask monitors to work at least one day a week out of the whole month, 4 times, at least 4 hours. That's 8 to 12, 12 to 4. If somebody wants to work 4 to 8, that's okay. But we're looking for somebody for Saturdays to work with John. Saturdays we try and stay open for the people that are not retired yet, so they can come in. And sometimes, that guy back there, he's not retired yet. Wednesdays we stay open. Adam keeps the shop open until 7. Over there. He keeps the shop open till 7 o'clock at night for people that are working. And that's what we're looking for. But if you want to be a monitor, don't be shy. Come and talk to John or I or any of the trustees, and we can sign you up. It's kind of if you do want to be a monitor, it's you can kind of pick the day and the time you want to do it. That's flexible. But anybody want to be a monitor? No. But if you do, that guy doesn't. But if you do, just don't be afraid to contact us. It's like I said, the one privilege is you can Sundays. The shop's not open Sundays. Monitors can come in, do their own thing, and not have anybody bothering them. So that's quite a few of the monitors do come in on Sundays. Otherwise, thank you.
And we do have a monitors meeting on the 29th at 12 o'clock. And that's for the monitors. That's almost mandatory. We need to make sure all the monitors are working under the same rules, regulations, and knowing what we're doing. And if you do want to become a monitor, we'll train you. You don't have to know anything, we'll train you. It takes about 4 weeks coming in, working with a couple of other monitors and learning what to do, how we do it, why we do it. And there's generally 2 monitors on, so a new person will be with an experienced person and can take care of that. Okay, the next person is Adam. Adam, you want to talk about the machines?
He's not here.
He's not here. Well, we know you're not here, Adam, but.
I think I need that support. Yeah.
Adam is our shop manager.
We, like John was saying, we need everybody to kind of kick in and make sure they clean up after themselves. That's really appreciated. We have a really well-running shop right now. All the machines are working. Thanks to John's and the board's purchase of those new saws. A lot less maintenance for guys like myself and Mitch and let's see, is Larry in here today, tonight? I have a few people that I could not keep this shop running without, and I just appreciate the heck out of it. And we're going to see, like John said, we're going to see what we can do about that back to make it nicer and cleaner for everybody. Just kind of look up after yourself is all I got to say about the shop. And everybody's been doing a really bang-up job, and I appreciate that. And but yeah, we're doing pretty good right now.
Yeah.
No problems and everything. And Mike, that guy over there sitting in the chair, yeah, he's another one that I can depend on every now and then to do something here. So we got a lot of guys that are keeping this shop running, not just me.
Yeah. And if you find a problem with something, let the monitors know. Let us know. Okay. Bernie, you got some stuff for us? Bernie's in charge of the stuff. What do you call it?
Classes.
Classes, there you
Yes.
go.
Yes. And I hope everybody had a nice holiday, Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. And I did, which included not doing a whole lot of rock stuff, so I apologize. But I just posted a class schedule here. We've still got one class coming on this month and then a few in February. Where's Jim? He's going to do another class, so we're going to have another wire wrapping class. Kim is going to do, what happened to Kim?
Right here, right behind you.
There you are. She's going to do a couple of beginner wire wrapping classes for us. So I appreciate their efforts to do that. Linda is going to be doing the yard art, and you have a sample here.
Yep.
Doesn't come with Jerry.
Just a minute, straight.
Well, they-
She made this, and the you want to explain that? You go ahead.
Yes.
Linda's our secretary, if you don't know.
Hi guys. I like rocks. I love rocks. I also like things that sparkle and glitter, and I love fairies. So this is garden art, and we're going to make it with some of the beads that were donated to the club by Richard. Don't remember his last name. Alan. Richard Hattie.
Hallie, H-A-L-L.
Richard Halley. And he donated a ton of beads, and Bernie asked, maybe what can we do with these beads? And I said, what about, it's garden art, but it's also a fairy wand. And I tell a little story about the fairies. If you're interested in fairies, it's a lot of fun. It's really cute. It's a great thing for kids. So if you know kids, there is a cost for the class just for some of the supplies. It's $7. And it takes maybe 30 minutes to do the whole thing, but we don't rush. So maybe an hour, plan for an hour, give or take. And it sounds like we might be doing it outside now, right?
It could be, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
We
thanks.
got a monitor. I don't know where it's.
This is also one of the raffle items tonight.
Okay.
Thank you.
One other class that I got scheduled here in February is another cabochon making class with Glenn Reese. We have a few things in the works. I've got someone who's interested in making a rock candle, also a Christmas ornament. I mean, we're just done with Christmas, but you know, it's not like you can do it as quickly as you can do your garden art, so it'll give us plenty of time to prepare for next Christmas. Another thing that I want to do here, I'm not sure if it's going to be in February or in March, but just to have a brainstorming meeting, if you will. So if you've always wanted to do a blah blah and I've never talked about it, or you've got an idea, or you've seen a picture of something, that's the kind of class it's going to be, just to get together and chat and see what kind of ideas, what kind of things you might want to do or have the club do for you. Indeed, some of the big time stuff, I've been trying to get Ray Grant, who is with the Pinal County Museum, to come and do another presentation. He did this back in 2019, where it was a mineral identification program, and he brought samples of rocks, and you could use all of the tools to determine the hardness for it. Unfortunately, he just got back to me and said that with his age and with health problems, he wasn't sure if he would be able to do it anytime soon. So he thought maybe later in the spring, but I'll keep in touch with him and hopefully we'll be able to get that. Another thing that happened here at the flag show, we met Doug Duffy. Now, Doug Duffy is a founding member of the Earth Science Museum. He's a member of the Flag Minerals Foundation. He's a life member of the Maricopa Lapidary Society, a member of the Daisy Mountain Rock and Mineral Club. He's a legacy life member of the Mineralogical Society of Arizona. He's a member of the Pinal Gem and Mineral Society. So the guy's kind of been in rocks for a while. We've got him scheduled to come in for a presentation on a Saturday, and I believe it's April 9th. Did I tell you the 9th or the 6th? The 9th, yeah. So we're getting some nice stuff in there, and I know Linda's going to continue to delve into the geology part of everything that we love, so we'll continue to have that focus with our classes too. watch the website, please, in your emails, check your emails, because when I add classes to it, I will hopefully be able to post it promptly, but I live in Chandler, and to be honest with you, I don't drive out here every day. So if you watch the website for any changes to the class schedule, that would be helpful. And I think that's pretty much all that I've got.
Well, that's
Okay.
very good. Thank you very much, Brenda. I had Mike from security next. He's a little under the weather today, so he's not here. But however, are you clear to membership to say anything yet, or you wanna wait?
Give me about 2
Okay,
seconds
I'll
to
give her
finish this
time.
one.
Mitch, you have some things to say? Mitch is one of our board members, a trustee.
Hi there, I'm working with a family group that's over here on Goldfield Road in Apache Junction, only a few miles from here. And they've got Grandpa's rock collection, which is pretty big rock collection. They estimate somewhere in the area of 1 ton to 1.5 tons of rock. A lot of it is cut already into blocks. A lot of it's onyx, a lot of it's smaller pieces, a lot of agates type material, and then there's a sizable amount of smaller stuff for tumbling and whatnot. I haven't finished working with them, but I will be posting a notice on the board here and outside. They are going to put a special price for club members for next weekend. I don't know, but I imagine it's going to be in the area of like $1 or $2 per pound for this material, which is really good since it's already cut and you can see what you're getting. But as soon as I know more, I will post it on the board. I'll also let Melissa know, and maybe she could put a little insert into the newsletter for us. So just keep your eyes open, ears to the ground, and it should be a good sale out there with that. It's just going to be for the club members.
Thank you.
Nice.
Linda, do you have anything to add? Nothing from our secretary to take pictures, which is, I hope everybody appreciates looking and seeing what's happening. I know I do. I stand up here and I talk. I don't know what I said until I look at the, what we do. Okay.
John, I'm ready.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll get membership up here.
I'll just stand here. I
Okay,
can
you can
project.
stand there. Yeah.
After I get everybody put in tonight, we have 331 members. So, a lot of people. With that, just a reminder for those who have just joined and stuff, orientation needs to be done. Your badges will be ready and punched at that time. You can do that on Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Saturday mornings, 8 to 12, somewhere in that time. It takes about an hour. It's just a walk-in kind of thing. Plan for about an hour, and that'll get you not only into the shop, it'll take care of the field trips and everything. You get all the knowledge you need. I have 2 helpers that I'm training in, slowly. You know, when you only get an hour, you don't get much done when you're first trying to train. So I'm hoping that goes well, because then we'll have year-round coverage down here rather than me who's 6 months. So just trying to keep up with everything. So if you don't get emails, you should be getting them if you are active. I did purge the system last Saturday, so if you're not getting them, look at your stuff and make sure you've renewed. If there is a problem with it and stuff, do a general email to the club, Apache Junction Rock and Gem, on the website, and our communications gal will pick that up and try and get you into the system. For the new members, you will get a welcome to the club email from that, so that you go in and change the general password to something of your own making. And look for that in spam or junk mail sometimes, because it doesn't always come to your inbox. That's what I got.
A question, how
Yeah.
many do we have to purge?
I had 470 something before the purge, so I did purge 100 and some out.
That's for people who did not sign up for this year.
That was before, mind you, Saturday, I was in here Saturday, I did my stuff, and Saturday I went home, and that's when I purged the system. So if you've renewed since then, you're now in the count back here again.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Dan, you're on. You got your display, and that's fabulous.
Any of you who are new to the club, if it's not obvious already, you can tell that we're a very busy club. And there's a poem that explains this whole thing. It's Mary had a little lamb, and she had some sheep. And then she joined the AJ Rock Club and died from lack of sleep. I'm in charge of the field trips for the club. It's one of the many great things that are happening in our club. You know, we've made the claim that we're the biggest club in the state of Arizona as far as members. And we also make the claim, I make the claim, that we're the busiest club as far as field trips in the whole world. Prove me wrong. Call about 1 million clubs a week. Prove me wrong. If you haven't, many of you have seen these little blue tags on these tables right here. Those are the next 8 field trips coming up. Whenever possible, I have rock samples of stuff that's similar to what we might be finding, or that actually came from those locations. One of them in February is to the Superior Perlite Quarry for Apache Tiers. There's an actual contest in process for that. Ken Lewis, back there in the red shirt, Ken is leading that field trip. And if you want to go on that field trip, number one, two important requirements. If you've been there, if you've been to that quarry for Apache Tiers in the last 2 years, you can't go. There's just way too many people that want to go, and there's a lot of new people, and we want to give them a chance. And the other requirement is you have to guess a number between 1 and 50. And of course, the closer you are to that number, the better chance you get of going. So tonight, if any of you are interested, see Ken in the red shirt and give him your name, phone number, email address, and the number guess for the Superior Perlite Quarry for Apache Tiers. We've got a lot of fun activities coming up. You know, it's interesting the things that we learn on our field trips. You know, we thought, some people say the coronavirus started in China. Well, I think we found out that it started a long, long time before that. Maybe right here in Arizona. Maybe on Four Peaks Mountain. We had a field trip there, and somebody found this rock and split it open and found petrified coronavirus. We're not sure what this is. But it's, I mean, once in a while we get some things that may not be worth money, but boy, they're very unusual, strange things. They look like squashed spiders or something. But you're missing out on a lot of great activities, and field trips is just one of them. So thank you.
And we do great field trips, I mean, no doubt about them. Okay, if anybody hasn't gotten a raffle or whatever, I want to give you an opportunity. And while I take comments from the floor and questions. Anybody have questions about what's going on? Yes, please.
Is Dan going to give us a list of all the trips, you know, just so we got dates?
Yes. When he prints, you have the list of it.
Kind of like a one-sheet master list.
Yeah. And I always put that outside too, and a couple of them in here. Okay, question?
Yeah, my understanding that the Peridot trip is back on. Well, didn't mention on that.
A Peridot trip? Peridot trip?
San Carlos, that's one of the trips.
That's one of the trips I go.
That's,
That's the 27th of January.
Still on.
okay. Any other questions or comments? Yes?
I'm sorry I got here late, I had a class, and I was wondering, do we have an event on
Okay, I
Saturday?
can't hear you.
Do we have an event on Saturday at Castledale?
Yeah.
We do,
Yeah.
okay. I'll need to get some information about that.
Right there, it's on the table there.
Okay.
Anything else? Okay. If no one's going to do this, and we have comments from the floor, a motion to adjourn would be next. Do I have a motion? Motion is done and seconded. We're done.